In 2023, a single breach rippled through thousands of high-security organizations simultaneously, handing attackers administrative control over their most sensitive environments. No firewalls were breached, no brute force scripts were running, not a single network alarm tripped. The exploit worked by sidestepping the front door entirely. This highlights a shift in modern cyber warfare. Adversaries stopped trying to break through the perimeter because they've found a way to log in as the partners we already trust. For decades, corporate security was built like a fortress. Millions of dollars went into firewalls and endpoint protection, all designed to stop a threat coming from the outside world. But the modern office relies on interconnected SaaS tools. Every time a user connects their account to a third-party application or an automated IT pipeline, they are approving a broad authentication scope for an outside entity. These integrations create unmonitored bridges that lead straight into the heart of the network, turning software designed for efficiency into a massive, invisible vulnerability. A supply chain attack doesn't start with the primary target. Instead, the adversary looks for a foothold within the support staff of a vendor that target already uses. They hunt for diagnostic data, often found in support portals, specifically HAR files, which record browser interactions and often contain active session cookies. Uploading a diagnostic file to fix a bug can accidentally include live session data. The attacker extracts this session cookie from the ticket. By loading the stolen cookie into their browser, they inherit the original user's identity, bypassing passwords entirely. This allows the adversary to bypass the entire security perimeter through a mundane troubleshooting workflow. Once the attacker is inside the vendor environment, they begin moving laterally to find more permanent ways to access customer data. Here, the adversary targets the OAuth refresh token, a credential keeping cloud connections active over long periods. If granted offline access, the attacker gains a permanent backdoor. They pull data for months without triggering a single password prompt. But how can an attacker pull massive amounts of data without setting off a single alarm in the company's security monitoring center? Monitoring tools remain silent because the malicious activity originates from the vendor's own verified IP addresses. The traffic looks like a routine update or a standard background sync. Because the adversary is operating within a pre-approved boundary of trust, the enterprise's expensive defenses are effectively blind to the theft. In the final stage, attackers establish shadow persistence. They use their stolen administrative rights to register new applications and create additional cloud identities. These new accounts act as secondary backdoors. Even if the original breach is discovered and the administrator's password is reset, the attacker still has multiple ways to access the network. This shift in tactics means that a network's topology, the walls we build around it, is no longer the most important factor in its defense. Today, the attack surface is defined by the trust we grant to our service providers. Securing the future requires treating every SaaS integration as a Tier 0 identity asset, a critical piece of infrastructure that could compromise the entire organization. This means enforcing much narrower permissions for third-party tokens, binding those tokens to specific verified devices, and using automated monitors to track vendor API activity for any behavioral shifts. In a world of interconnected services, every trusted connection is a potential entry point that requires aggressive verification and constant monitoring.